All right,
Alrighty,
guys.
so on the side of the Greenskins, we have 1, 2, 3 units of Giants, 1 unit of Ragnarok Queen, Azag the Slaughterer on his lovely Wyvern, with Spirit Leech, Foe Seeker, Stand Your Ground, Wah, as well as Life Leeching, and Get On With It, which is strange. So huge, big army, big as in size, actually. We have 1 unit of Goblin Big Boss on foot, interestingly enough, as well as a Night Goblin Shaman with Sneaky Steel and no magic. We also have 1 unit of the Unbreakable Night Goblins, as well as one unit of Goblin Wolf Rider Archers with Silver Experience, 1 unit of regular Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, and then the Regiment of Renowned Wolf Rider Archers and Goblin Rider Archers. So, very interesting army.
Yeah, I mean, the Impact Army here coming out of Viking Cat 91. Looks like Viking Cat 91 maybe learned some lessons for some other players that we've been seeing a lot more SirEx of this compact, large army style, especially against the likes of the vampire counts, as they continue to struggle to deal with a plethora of large units. So what do we have here for our vampire counts per in blue? It's Gborto, the vampire goat. Man, there's a dangerous thing. You know, the thing about vampire goat SirEx is that regular vampires, you can usually feel safe in your mountain redoubts, right? And where the vampires can't quite reach you, where it's too cold for bats to fly. But you have to beware the vampire goat, man. That guy can climb on just about any steep mountainside and is not stopped by the cold. The more you know, the more you know. Here in the front, by the way, guys, it's going to be 2 units. Have 3 units of Grave Guard, all of them with just hand weapon and shield. Behind them, it's going to be 2 units of Cairn Wraith. They're going to be accompanied by 2 units of Spearmen with spears and shields. Now, we're also going to have a single unit of Crypt Ghouls make an appearance here. No, 2 units of Crypt Ghouls, 1 on either flank. We'll see what they do. Of course, they have the poison and can also reduce the damage that each of those giants do, so a very fine decision there. We will also have a single Banshee, extremely valuable for taking out the likes of those giants as well. That duelist, extremely helpful, as well as the ethereal, and the corpse cart with the unholy lodestone, of course, helping out with that sweet regen. Up in the air, by the way, guys, you cannot forget, we do have Isabella von Karstein, as well as her lady friend here, the Vampire of Death. The Vampire of Death is going to be toting no Spirit Leech, as a matter of fact here. It's going to take the Dark Benediction and Doom and Darkness, which is interesting. So a leadership bomb may be looking to be the plan for that particular Vampire of Death, and Isabella von Karstein, on the other hand, has every spell under the sun right now. Blood Chalice of Bathory, the Wind of Death, the Curse of Years. Hopefully we get a nice Wind of Death. Curse of Years, Raised Dead, Van Hel's Dance Macabre as the Invocation of the Heck.
Quickly!
Yeah, well. Also, look at the very, very corner of the map. Right over here. He has that Goblin Shaman just hiding in the corner just to suck away the magic. It's pretty funny.
That's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do. It's going to be an incredibly, I think it's going to be aggravating here for Gborto if he does manage to actually take out the rest of this Greenskin army. Will that Goblin run, or is he going to have to actually go get that Goblin? We'll see. We'll see.
So right now, Azag, I don't know what he's doing. He's only going to just get destroyed in the air against those fast units. Like, they can really mess them up. But they do have the archer support on the ground, but I'm just not sure like how well that would go.
Yeah, I mean, we have these archers. They're going to do relatively decently now against these 2 Fellbents here, but I got to agree, man. Azag the Slaughterer, he's probably in a bit of a scary place. Isabella von Karstein, of course, is not the greatest Spirit Leech target in the world because she can just heal that shit up, no problemo. And so be able to come back, and it's really too bad right here that Gborto didn't bring Spirit Leech himself, because that would have made this game so much easier for him.
Exactly. So as the vampires, how the hell do you take out this huge monster blob?
It's a damn good question, man. They have a couple things going for them. That is A, the Banshee, and C, these Crypt Ghouls. The Crypt Ghouls, of course, the poison can reduce the amount of damage that those giants are doing. The Ethereal Cairn Wraith, of course, very hard to deal with for these giants, and the Duelist Banshee is probably the single most effective anti-vampire. Oh my god, we got a little party going. Oh no, never mind, we don't have a real party. It's just Azag and the bats here. I thought it was the leadership of the vampire counts getting caught out.
Oh, look at those bats fall down that hole. Wow.
Yeah, down they go, man, and never to be seen again. They're going to be fossilized and brought up as coal 2,000 years from now.
Exactly. Suddenly Balrog.
Suddenly Balrog, man. Suddenly Balrog.
So, Isabella took some significant damage, actually.
Yeah, that Spirit Leech did hurt her, man. It certainly hurt her, and she's not looking like she's going to heal just yet. Maybe use the Invocation of the Heck later on when she can catch some more units in it. Alright guys, the Aztec the Slaughterer getting a little risky right here. He's catching another Spirit Leech on Isabella von Karstein. He's going to force an Invocation of the Heck on her very soon indeed. And I gotta say, Viking Cat 91 hiding in the forest with his large units, is this the right choice?
Well, they do really poorly in the forest. Maybe get right out of the forest and do your combat.
That's what I would think as well, SirEx. Yeah, that's a little... Oh man, that's a little late. Now they're stuck in the forest, and I really don't like this idea from Viking Cat, man. I feel like he really... A lot of potential was wasted by sitting in that forest. A lot of damage is going to be reduced by sitting in that forest.
But I get that, like those unbreakable goblins, stopping them from being surrounded completely. The air, we're about to see an air battle, where Aztec should not do pretty well.
We are.
Aztec is going to go right down to the ground. Just smart.
That's exactly what he needs to do, man. He cannot engage these two vampires out of the air, but it looks like right now, SirEx, he has been caught out. He's outside, and he's not going to actually be able to get into him. And in exactly what he needs to do. He brings everybody and their mother down here on Isabella von Karstein, and Isabella's got to get the fuck out of dodge. She's taken 2 hits already. She's about to die here, SirEx, right at the beginning of the battle.
And those spider hatchlings are keeping her in. Look at that. That one spider hatchling, and Aztec is going to block his way, but she's going to run right past him.
Yeah, the body blocking almost successful there. Now, Isabella von Karstein does not have a lot of health. That Spirit Leech is taking her down. Oh, what's going on? Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
I don't know, these archers, man. I don't know exactly what's going to happen if these archers charge against these Grave Guard.
I think he's taking some specific damage, but that Vampire of Death is squishy. Yeah, on the bright side, it's actually pushed them out of the forest.
It is nice, yeah, exactly. It somehow, some way did actually end up working out relatively well here now for our Giant, our Greenskin player. But it does leave this Arachnarok Queen a little bit isolated, but that's not going to be a problem, SirEx. Of course, the Giants can easily stomp over these Vampire Counter units and get right back into the mess.
Agree, and she has the most armor of any unit, so...
Yeah, and that really was it. I would have to agree with you there, Bobbly Eyes, Sweating Apache. A very, very, a good some bit of forethought by Viking Cat right there to body block with Aztec the Slaughter. But now Aztec the Slaughter is getting slaughtered here by these Cairn Raiders, man. Just, I don't know, just scything him down, man. One little hook at a time.
Exactly. I know Corpse Card's getting shut up pretty well, but it's not going to do too much else. And that Vampire Death is right in there trying to kill Aztec, but this is a big clusterfuck.
Well, she has a vertical takeoff and landing, apparently, man. Some VTL right there. She went straight up into the air after engaging with Aztec the Slaughterer. And,
Aztec is a little exposed. And there it goes.
Very well.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, this is getting my scrot in a fucking tight little loop right now, man. Aztec the Slaughterer is just about dead. And honestly, I really do think that the Greenskins can win this, man. I think they can bring this battle out as long as Aztec the Slaughterer doesn't die. But it's a really hard thing, right? Like, how the hell do you keep Aztec alive when you can also... Not only can you not go in the air, but you can't go in the ground. At the very least, Isabella von Karstein is just about fucking dead. And now it looks like she is going to get caught out here. Aztec the Slaughterer trying to run away from her? Or is Isabella trying to run away from Aztec? Nobody knows.
And those archers really did number on her as they destroy that corpse card. This is looking very good for the monster spam.
It is looking good for the monsters here.
And that Lore of Death caster really healed up. And those Canarates are going to have a big trouble dealing with all those archers.
They really will, man. I mean, of course, if these archers run out of ammunition, they may have a half a chance here. It does look like these archers are running out of ammunition. About half strength right now. Aztec the Slaughterer, by the way, he's trying to run the hell away from this Sorcerer of Death. This is going to work out pretty well for him. These Death Creepers, by the way, the Forest Goblin Spider Rider Regiments of Renown do slow down that Vampire of Death, and so she will not be able to catch Aztec, and also, in the meantime, take an absolute shit ton of damage. Oh! Death embraces our Lord, man. Death embraces our Lord. Looks like the Spirit Leech ended up taking her down. Isabella von Karstein down for good.
Indeed, and that Lore of Death Vampire is going in there to support, but he's trying to kill that big boss for some reason, but those Giants immediately make a beeline for her.
Yeah, and that's a damn good idea as well, man. So many missile infantry. Yeah, here it comes, man. This is going to be the final charge. Oh, no.
JK.
Gonna move out just a little bit. Yeah, very, very smart thus far by our...
And in the air, Aztec is going to get a nice kill.
Oh yeah, good old Skull Muncher, man. Gonna munch on some undead skulls here. Ooh.
Chopped her in half before she fell. Yikes.
He really did, dude. Holy shit. Now, you know, they are undead, but I guess their blood still pumps and their blood is still red here. Nice little graphical option right there. And these monsters, man, looks like they're gonna chase away what's left of these vampire counts without too much trouble.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. You know, it's unfortunate here. I think that this battle would have been more likely to go in favor of the vampire counts if only the Death Wizard had taken a single Spirit Leech. Look how close Azag is to death, but without Spirit Leech, man, this is what happens. He out Spirit Leeches your Isabella. The ranged infantry are just a little bit too much, and now it's just picking up the pieces.
Exactly. All those crit ghouls are going to die, and that's going to be a mass crumble. And there they all go.
It is going to be a mass crumble.
Yep. Crit ghouls really shouldn't crumble because they're actually living, so I don't know what's up with that.
Right. I mean, I guess maybe they've just been so long with the dead, man. They've eaten so many dead, they just identify with them, man. And they just identify as dead people. All right, so Gborto the Vampire Goat there, unfortunately not quite taking it against Vampire Count. Of course, it is to be expected. Vampire or Viking Cat, a very seasoned tournament player. And I gotta say, man, he picked a extremely effective army. You know, I like the Giants, but I think even more than the Giants, I like the variety of missile infantry or missile cavalry that he had that made sure his plan came to fruition.
Exactly. So here's the thing. Even if he had brought the perfect counter, which would have been a lot of Blood Knights, those archers would be able to do a lot of damage to those Blood Knights for relatively low cost. So he had all of his bases covered.
Yeah, I really think so too, man. I mean, what it really comes down to is I think that Gborto would have had a much better chance here in this battle if he had A, not killed the Fellbats instantaneously. He kind of sacked the Fellbats too early.
Yep.
And B, if that Vampire of Death just had Spirit Leech.
Yep.
I think that it could have changed the battle, to be sure.
Yeah, I thought that was a strange pick, the Goblin Big